Hey guys, welcome to the Vanity Mirror. Today's episode is going to be a chatty get ready with me where I am doing this look that's on my face right now using only drugstore products. So just come chat with me. I'm going to talk about some shows, talk about the Olympics, talk about some scandal, not the show, and yeah. So if you're interested in just like hanging out with me while I chat and do my makeup, then stick around. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe because at 500 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. I am technically not getting ready for anything today, but this is still a get ready with me because I'm just going to be doing my makeup, chatting with you a little bit. So let's do this. Typically when I do any like random makeup looks for my videos, I have music playing or like a show playing, so this is going to be so quiet, but we can get through it. So today's look is going to be all drugstore, so that was kind of part of the goal of this, and I'm going to be trying out a couple new products that I just recently got. They're not brand new, I don't think, like to the stores or Amazingly, that did not break. It gave me a heart attack. But I bought a couple new things from Milani that I wanted to try out, so I figured we'll just throw them into this video, and why not, while we're at it, make it a full drugstore only video. So I'm going to start with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. So tomorrow night is the finale of The Bachelor. I don't want to give any spoilers away for any of you who haven't even seen who the final two are, but I could tell you that I am a little surprised, not very happy with the choices, and also at the same time thinking to myself like, but who am I to say who is right for Ari? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not him. So maybe the people that he chose for the final two are just perfect for him. What do you guys think? I mean, don't give any spoilers in the comment section, but maybe just say like if you don't agree either. And also, what do you guys think about what happened at the Women Tell All? Trying so hard not to give any spoilers at all, but the Women Tell All was intense, and one girl kind of called out Ari, and it wasn't really explained why, which by the way I totally think was set up. That was like intense, and I couldn't tell like if he seemed shocked or if it really was truly just a setup. Also, Chris Harrison keeps saying that this is like the most unexpected ending, something that's never happened in Bachelor history, which I probably should realize that that's what he says pretty much every single season. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Because they're all different people. So of course they're gonna have different endings every time because they're different people every time and not everybody is the same. However, so far I have noticed that some things that have happened on past seasons. To be really honest, I was kind of like, I hope that's not what he's talking about. I mean, I doubt it because it was like, this has happened before. I'm really excited to see the finale unfold, to see if it's shocking. Okay, so right now I'm about to say something that is a spoiler, but not for like the finale, but for a few episodes back, and if you haven't even caught up to that yet, I will put a timestamp right here at the bottom of the video so that you can skip ahead to past in case you are like saving up all the episodes or something like that. So I just want to know what you guys think. Well, I guess if I'm trying to protect people from spoilers, don't say anything in the comment section, but the whole Becca situation, the young girl, the way I look at it is I think it's really annoying, just like she did, that everybody was judging her on her age before they even really knew who she fully was. And I could totally relate to that frustration because of the field of work that I'm in. A lot of judgments are made by how young you are, and it can be very frustrating, and feeling like you're inadequate because of your age is like a very, honestly, kind of a really frustrating thing if it happens over and over again. So I feel bad for her. You know, maybe she wasn't the right person for Ari, but I do also think that he got into his own head with that, and that he could have just like given it a try if it was someone that he was truly interested in, and I think he got in his own head and might have ruined something that could have been really good. I know people are gonna have other opinions on it, but it just made me kind of sad to think that maybe they lost out on a really great love because they were so concerned about age. Well, Ari was so concerned about age. I just realized I never told you guys what I'm using for foundation. Just blabbing on. I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless in the shade Natural Beige, which is slightly too dark for me. I am really, really good at getting shades that are too dark for me. I need to start looking at the shade I think is my shade and going like a shade lighter or two. This is such a nice foundation, and honestly, even though it's a matte foundation, I think it still has a slight glow. That could just be my oily skin. Alright, so next for concealer, where did I put it? Right in front of my face. I'm going to be going in with the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in the shade Glow. So besides the Bachelor, what have I been up to? What is going on? Whatever. I have been doing a elimination diet to find out if I'm allergic to dairy or gluten, and because I feel like I am allergic to one of them, I'm just not sure which one at this point. I just finished the full 2 weeks of elimination on Friday. Yesterday I got to reintroduce gluten, no dairy though, and today I'm off again on it. I definitely noticed something, nothing major, but I've definitely noticed some like stomach symptoms. Yesterday, while I was doing the reintroduction of gluten, I noticed pretty much nothing. A little bit of symptoms like last night. And then when I woke up this morning, there was some, but nothing too bad. But the fact that it was symptoms that have been absent since I started doing the elimination diet tells me that I might actually have issues with gluten. So I'm a little surprised because I really did think it was going to be dairy. And now I'm worried it's going to be both. And that would really suck. But honestly, the elimination in general has been way easier than I thought it was gonna be. I have been able to have things still that I really enjoy, like ice cream. There are dairy and gluten-free ice creams. The brand So Delicious is the one that I've been having, and yeah, it is definitely really, really good and dairy and gluten-free, so I've been able to have that still. And I've been able to have a lot of rice because rice is gluten-free and I love rice. So it's actually been going pretty well, and over the 2 weeks of the elimination itself, I actually lost like 4 pounds, so that was kind of cool. I was craving sugar a little bit more than I usually do, and I think that's because there's so much sugar in gluten products. That's my theory anyways. Let me know if you've ever done anything like that, like an elimination diet, and like what was like your saving grace during those 2 weeks. Like what was the thing that helped you get through it, the food that helped you get through it. I'm gonna set my under eyes with this translucent e.l.f. under eye setting powder. Okay, and next I am going to take this. Is the only drugstore powder I have, and it is a setting powder, but it's not a foundation, but it's kind of dark. This is the Covergirl Professional Loose Powder in Translucent Medium 115, and I'm going to use that to set my face. I really actually like how my face looks. It's very matte, but I really, really like the matte look. I am going to take my sponge and I'm going to get it wet with the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I'm going to kind of pat that on the face. So such a weird thing, but I'm getting like a freckle on my lip. I tried using a lip scrub this morning to see if it was just like something stuck to my lip, and nada. I'm getting a freckle on my lip. Okay, now that my base is all done, I am going to go in to bronzer, and I am going to take this shade up in the corner here from the e.l.f. bronzer palette. Bronze Beauty, I think, is the shade. I think there's a darker one, maybe, or maybe there's a lighter one. I don't know. But I'm going to take that one up in the corner. It's a matte shade. Who of you out there watched the Olympics? I typically will watch at least like a little bit, but for some reason this year I didn't at all. Not even a little bit. Usually I'll at least watch a little bit of figure skating and maybe the luge or something, but I watched nothing this year. For some reason I had absolutely no desire to watch the Olympics, and I'm not really sure why. I know the Olympics can be a really good thing for, like, it's just a perfect time for the whole world to just come together and enjoy something at the same time, you know. But for some reason, I was just not into it this year. I'm gonna go into this shade up here a little bit just to like give a little more something to the cheeks. I just feel like they're lacking a little bit. Okay, for blush, I'm going to take the e.l.f. blush palette in light. So I think there's a darker one too. Here's the shades. I actually really don't touch these two very much. They're quite magenta. I like the upper corner because it's kind of peachy. And this one's almost a little too pink, but I think today I'm going to try mixing those two. I haven't used this palette very much. When I got it, I feel like I was still kind of learning. I don't think I like it very much. There's just not much going on. Maybe the problem is this palette isn't the right color for me because I am like a light medium skin tone and this is for light, like fairer skin. Next I'm gonna do highlighter, and this is actually a highlighter that is brand new to me, and this is the Milani Strobelight Instant Glow Powder in the shade 02 Dayglow right here. Here's what it looks like. It is a really light champagne color. I'm gonna try using my Colourpop fan brush in here. So here is the thing with this brush. I just got this in my Colourpop haul. I don't think I'm liking this brush. It's too bad because I was so excited for it, but it just doesn't do it enough for me, I don't think. I'm gonna take this, is from Bogashi, the illuminator brush. By the way, not all my brushes have been drugstore, so I'm not really talking about them, but none of them are very expensive either. Okay, I really do like that highlighter. Let's move on to the eyes now. I'm going to take the NYX Eyeshadow Base in the shade Skin Tone. Every time I'm like, really? Skin tone. Should we bring this up since we're on the topic? I think it's been beaten into the ground pretty heavy by now about the whole Tarte Shape Tape situation with it not having enough shades. It is a little like crazy to me that a brand would risk that this day and age when it's clearly like something that's been a topic for a while now, that people have been trying to do something about for a while now. And I do think that because the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer was such a popular thing that it was really easy to go after Tarte Shape Tape foundation and go after Tarte for the issue with not having a big shade range. But then, you know, there are things like this eyeshadow base that is literally called Skin Tone, which is just kind of blows my mind a little bit. And, you know, NYX isn't as popular. You know, you didn't hear about that probably, and that is like kind of appalling. Like, what? I'm glad that they add more shades to the range, but like everybody, like I agree like with what everyone is saying about it. It's like, well, why was it an afterthought? Why wasn't it just like that? So, but anyways, that horse has been beaten to the ground. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know what else I could say that not everyone else has already said about it, but I agree that it's like, it's 2018. Hello. Okay, now we're gonna go into the Milani eyeshadow palette. There is a brush in here that it comes with, which usually there's like those little weird sponge applicators in drugstore. Come on. But this one actually is like a little brush, which is kind of cool. I might actually try to use it a little bit. There's not really a good all over the lid shade in here, but I am gonna go ahead and grab this one up here in the corner, even though it's kind of satiny, but I'm gonna grab that on this. I believe it's a medium, it's a F5 from Colourpop. I believe it's a medium shader brush, and I'm just gonna fluff that all over the lid. I've heard really good things about this palette from Tati. She seems to really like these, and I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, I've never found a drugstore eyeshadow that I like. I have a NYX like smoky eye palette and it's awful. Yeah, it's satin, but you can't really see it on the eye, so I'm trying to think of what I want to do with this look right now. They have a little example on the back, and I'm kind of thinking about following it for the most part. Some of it I'm not going to do exactly what it says to do, but I think why not? So I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and start fluffing that throughout my crease. I'm actually going to use a smaller, oh my gosh, it just shed. Oh, no, that's my eyelash. Whoa. I'm going to use a Morphe blending brush, a pretty large blending brush, and I'm going to take more of that and keep working that into the crease. This blends like a dream. It's not extremely pigmented, but that's okay. It's supposed to be a transition color anyway, but it is blending out so beautifully. Oh my goodness. Speaking of blending, I've been noticing on a couple YouTubers channels lately, people commenting like, I want to know like how long it's actually taking you to blend. And I'm thinking about doing a video that shows blending out an eyeshadow look in real time. Why don't you guys give this video a thumbs up if that is something that you are interested in seeing, is blending out an eyeshadow look in real time. I just did a video that is swapping makeup with my best friend. That was the most recent video I posted. If you guys want to check that out, it's hilarious because we are not the same color. She's probably really proud of me for this look. I think she's proud that I bought this eyeshadow palette. It's really warm and apparently I'm really boring and neutral. I've got to say that so far I am absolutely loving this palette. It is blending so beautifully. It looks so nice. It's not dragging. It looks really creamy. This is very good for a drugstore. Very, very good. And I think this was like $11 or something like that. I think I'm going to continue deepening the outer, like the outer V, and I'm going to go into this shade right here to do so. And I'm going to take a smaller blending brush than what I was using before. Oh, I just want to break this thing so bad. I just like smacked it against my mirror. And then when I go into the darkest color, maybe that's when I'll try using their little brush. I might even try using this wet to pack on the lid color. We'll see. Okay, and now I'm going to go on to the lid with this beautiful orangey burnt terracotta red. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to use the brush, I'm going to try anyways, to use the brush that they put in here, and I'm going to use this more flat, it looks like a packing brush. I am going to try it dry first and then we'll see if I think I need to get it wet. But this palette is so pigmented. Like that's 2 swipes in that color, which is pretty, there's a lot on there. That's pretty good for a drugstore palette. Let's see here. I like it, but it definitely isn't packing a big punch. So I think I am going to try getting this little puppy wet. I'm going to use this. That is really pretty. I like that a lot. That is such a cool color. I love it. Definitely not something I would typically reach for, but I really am liking that. So I'm going to take the other end of that brush now. It's kind of almost like it's going to be a really good under the eye blending brush, I feel like, but I'm also going to use it to apply the darkest shade in the palette. That's this one right down here. Just a little bit more to the outer corners just to deepen that even more. Use it kind of like just right there. Literally see nothing going on here. That's a no. That's a no-go for me. I'm gonna use something else. I'm gonna use this angled brush from Luxie that I got in a boxy charm, I think. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that on there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that right on the outer corner. That is not packing as much of a punch as I was hoping it would. Yeah, when you look at them side by side, they're almost the same amount of deepness. This one's really not that much darker than that one when you put them side by side. So we're just gonna go ahead and move to the lower lash line. With this one, I am going to go into that first crease shade that we used, this one right here, and I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna try to smudge that all along the lower lash line. It's a little scratchy for the lower lash line. I'm gonna smudge that out a little bit more. I'm gonna take this brush from it's from Luxie, and I love using this. It's pretty narrow. It's not super fluffed out. I love it for using kind of the medium shade on my lower lash line. I'm going to apply the medium shade just right on the outer edge here. And then once the product is kind of placed, I'm going to just smudge across a little bit. And now I'm going to take this pencil brush from Colourpop, and I am going to go into that deepest shade, and I'm going to put that really close to the lash line right on the outer corner here. Again, it's not technically drugstore, but I am going to go in with the Colourpop eyeliner in Overboard. This is like $5, it might be $6, but I mean that's pretty cheap. That's about drugstore pricing. So I'm going to put that on the lower lash line. Okay, and back into the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take this color on the end. It's kind of a highlighting color, and I'm going to put that in the inner corners. When you use that, it kind of comes across just like a little just glittery in the corner, so I don't know how I feel about it. But I'm also going to use that to highlight the brow bone just so I can stick to this palette. All right, I'm going to pop on some mascara. I'm going to use the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Mascara and have a sip of my lukewarm coffee. I'm very, very pleased with this eyeshadow palette. For Drugstore, it's honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference if this was high-end or Drugstore, to be really honest with you. That is the best Drugstore palette I've ever tried, and I'm going to continue now using Milani eyeshadows, I believe, because I really liked that. Okay, why don't we go ahead and I'm going to just do my eyebrows off camera because I have to focus pretty hard on that anyways, and I'll be back to talk about lips. Oh, but for eyebrows, so you don't think I'm cheating here, it is a Drugstore only video. I am going in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette, and that is all I'm going to be using on my brows today. Okay, now that my brows are done, let's go ahead and go into the lips. I'm going to start with the NYX lip liner in Peekaboo Neutral. Okay, and then I am going in with the Maybelline Nude Nuance Matte. I actually don't think I like this lip with this eye look. Okay, I'm going to go wipe this off because I'm going to try a different lip color. Oh yeah, this is, by the way, the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Dubai. I like that way better. It's very darker. Okay, I'm going to set my face with the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. Okay guys, this is the final look. All Drugstore and a couple new products to me. And I am really liking how this look turned out, especially I'm really glad I changed the lip. I think that was a good call. The one thing that I will say about the eyeshadow palette is the darkest browns didn't seem to be that much darker than the more medium brown, so I couldn't really get much out of that, but I do like how the look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this just random chatty get ready with me using only Drugstore makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe by hitting the tempting red button right down there below my video, and I will see you later. But I'm worried it's gonna like move. What's going on? My eye just started watering all of a sudden.